Aloha and welcome. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel. Day trading for an ROI payout. No trade recommendations. It's just a trade journal. We're doing the order flow market structure Thursday, February 16th, and we've got incoming POW 1 hour before RTH opens. So we'll cover supply, demand, market structure, price action, and order flow on 4 charts. But really what this is about is defense. Position size, risk management is my ROI trade plan for this Thursday. So let's get to the charts. And remember, never a recommendation. It's just the trade journal. Aloha. Let's get to it. We've got the 24-hour. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because I'm not going to trade off it, but I want to point out the level, the overnight pivot, the Powell anchored VWAP, which has been actual resistance for several days. And right now, this doji red is above it. And then the 3 EMA and the anchored VWAP from yesterday. So these are the 3 levels. So 66.5 on the overnight pivot, Powell 60.9, anchored VWAP yesterday 1954, and there's a sell signal below. The strength of the hits, negligible, nothing to really speak of. And yeah, yesterday it was green on the pace, but other than that, I'm just going to point out this little green circle dot as of yesterday. So again, that was a pretty forceful bid, especially when we revisited down here in 1925. So there you have it, 24. Next chart is going to give a better reading on where the levels are. Let's go to the 120 next. Here is the 120. I've put a lot of time in focusing on this chart, and this is definitely one of the charts I'm going to use when the PPI goes. So let's look here. Upper yellow, that's the upper Bollinger Band, and I've got a fib pivot R2 circled, so that's confluence. That comes in about 79. I don't know if we have the rocket fuel to get there, but if it does, I'll probably do some business at that point. Overnight pivot here is coming in again, 66.5. That's my line in the sand, these 2 zones here. Below that, I'm just going to look at the middle Bollinger Band. That's the 50. So that's my zone right now that we're going to trade somewhere possibly between the overnight pivot and mid. I'm going to watch these zones very carefully. As far as the order flow below, you can see we've got negligible strength of the hits. So that's nothing to speak of. And the green is the cumulative delta pace, nothing. So again, just really focusing on here, the levels and watching these candles and of course the PPI. So let's drill down to the Renko now, next chart. You've got Europe Globex, Asia Globex, and over here we had the close of the RTH for the 15th. So here we are on the 16th, and you can see we just had this massive Keltner ride up there on the upper blue, and then that ended, but price was still going up. And here we are right now. We're basically 2 or 3 hours before this news pivot, and overnight pivot here, the RTH close of Wednesday. And this is a zone right here, this 64, 65 area of this red dotted line. Below that, lower Keltner, 56.3. So that's a zone. And the upper zone on the upper Keltner is 75. Strength of the hits here, you can see we've got some distribution. So we've ended here the no supply. And it looks like inventory here on the cumulative sells happening. And we've got pace, the distribution, but it's respecting the levels, and the level again is 64 to 66.5. So if we can get above that on this news and go into the 70s, we'll see if the fuel is there. Last chart, let's look at some structure. Okay, market profile. I use this to find imbalances, liquidity pools, trap traders. So microstructure below, the nearest one is this I period from Wednesday, and you can see here the single print. So that's definitely an area. So that's coming in at 58.50 on the high and the low 55.5. And above, we didn't complete finishing off this microstructure here from February 9th. And so that's coming in. If there's more business to do, it's going to be over 71, and we complete that structure at about 73. So here is the Globex structure so far at the time of this video. So very blocky and really no range. It's all about yesterday's structure. I've marked off the point of control. That's where wholesale got involved and ramp up before the PPI. So I'm thinking 1948.9, 1950 is where wholesale's at on their cost basis. And we'll see if we can go back and retag that. That might be a bridge too far, so that's why I'm going with this micro period as the first retracement target. Below that, we go down to 1940, below the POC, and way below it as this RTH open from Wednesday. The two-time pivots are going to be the release of the PPI and the initial balance first hour. I want to get my business done and hopefully be out by the end of the initial balance for the day. So there you have it. That's the wrap. Hope this helped. You guys peeking into my video journal, I really appreciate it. If this helped in any way, hopefully if you're not subscribed, you'll think about subscribing. Thanks. Take care. Aloha. Bye.